Rule number 1, understand your lifestyle. Ask yourself, what footwear do I use every day? So for example, when I lived in Texas, I was wearing sandals like all the time. It's warm outside, it's beautiful. You know, I worked from home, so I was just wearing casual kind of everyday shoes, and I would run occasionally, right? So I had some running shoes. But now I live in Michigan, and in Michigan, it is cold. It's winter right now. So I'm wearing boots like all the time. So my lifestyle has changed, and now my footwear has reflected that. So it's really important to understand your individual lifestyle, right? What footwear do you wear like all the time? And that brings us right into rule number 2. I turned the wrong way, and that is irreversible. Rule number 2 is the 90-10 rule. You spend probably 90% of your time in 3, maybe 4 pairs of shoes. These are your barefoot shoes. According to your lifestyle, you're going to spend most of your time in just kind of a few pairs of shoes. So figure out what those are and make sure that those are your barefoot shoes. At the least, you should have healthy anatomical footwear for the things that you spend most of your time doing. So for me, I work from home, like I said. So I spend most of my day barefoot in my house. So the shoes that I need are just kind of my casual everyday shoes. You know, I work out and exercise sometimes. My boots for when it's cold, and my sandals for when it's really warm. But if I had an office job, then it would be really important for me to have a barefoot dress shoe, right? Because if you're wearing dress shoes all the time, it's really important that you have healthy ones. And they do make barefoot dress shoes. You just got to look for them. So anyway, think about what you spend 90% of your time doing and make sure you have barefoot shoes for that time. But then what about the 10? That brings us to rule number 3. Let me tell you a story. There was a guy I knew named Robert, right? And he was a barefoot weirdo like us. He wore only barefoot footwear for like a year. But eventually the soccer season came around and he bought some new cleats. Had a narrow toe box, was not completely barefoot, right? But anyway, he thought he'd be fine, and he got these shoes and he went to play soccer, and his first step onto the field, his foot cracked in half and he died. He died on the field. Just kidding. That's not what happens. You have been spending all this time strengthening your feet, right? Getting really healthy, strong feet. And guess what? They can handle a little bit of not perfect footwear every once in a while. So rule number 3 is keep some unhealthy shoes, man. Keep some unhealthy shoes. And that last 10% of your time, do whatever you want, right? I never wear dress shoes. Very occasionally do I do that. So I have these cap toe Oxfords that are just kind of nice to wear once in a while. You know, it doesn't kill me. They don't feel that great, but that just reminds me how much I like my barefoot shoes. It makes me appreciate it more. It makes me remember why I'm doing the whole barefoot footwear thing in the first place. You know, I have some cowboy boots, same deal. Elevated heel, narrow toe box, but they're fun to wear once in a while. And there's no issue with that. This is how you have a reasonable and sustainable lifestyle going barefoot. I think it's fine to have some non-barefoot footwear. Now, if you're like 10% footwear is still all barefoot, that's all well and good. I'm just saying that you can have some fun with it. You don't have to be dogmatic and religious about only having barefoot shoes and I can never step in another casual normal shoe again. So that's my take, at least. And I've spent a lot of time trying to find my own 90% kind of shoes, right? Check out these videos if you want to see the 90% boot I landed on, or my 90% everyday kind of casual shoe that I landed on. Or just go watch other random videos.